So now we are going to focus on the first example for the finders algorithm. That is nothing but given a data set, you are going to find whether a person will enjoy the sport or not using the finders algorithm. So now in this data set, we have totally 6 features and 1 target class. And then we have 4 instances or otherwise 4 examples. Now let us see the first step. When you start, you are going to start with more specific hypothesis, start H0. And I have totally 6 features. So now I can write 6 null values. Then I'm going to consider the first example. When you start, you check whether the example is positive or negative example. Here in enjoy sport column, in the example 1, I have S. That means it is a positive example. Always you can consider the positive example. Now proceed with this example. You see what is a positive example value for all the attributes. So here sky is sunny, air temperature is warm, humidity is normal, wind is strong, water is warm, forecast is same. Now you have to consider this particular data and you see what is the hypothesis you have with you now. The hypothesis we have is now all the 6 values as null. Null is nothing but it is more specific. Okay. Now you have to check whether the first parameter is sunny, because in this example we have sunny, but in this it is null. That means you have to modify this. Every time you are going to generalize. Generalize in the sense you have to add as many values as you can. Okay. So now it is null. It means it is not going to accept any value. But here the first record is having sky as sunny. So change this null to sunny. Similarly, in the second column, I have null, but in the given example, I have warm. Okay. Null is so specific. It is not going to accept any value. But here you are going to enjoy the sport when the second parameter is warm. So you add warm there. And for the third also, we have null only, but in this we have a specific value. So add the specific value, normal. Then for the fourth one also, we have null only, but in this we have specific value strong. So add it. Similarly, for the fifth and the sixth attributes, instead of null, you are going to write warm and same. So what we have done now is from H0, we have changed the hypothesis to H1. H0 is more specific. Now we are introducing generalization. We are adding parameters, which is going to tell if the color is for apple, I can say that if the color is green or red, you can say that it is an apple. Okay. First time when I see an apple image with red color, initially I will start with null for the color. But when I see one apple with red color, I will understand that, okay, red color is going to classify as apple. Then I will change the color of the apple to red. From null, I will change it to red. Next time, when I give you apple with the green color image, you will identify that, okay, apple can also be in green color. So what you will do, you will change the color again so that it will also identify apples with the green color. That is the thing we are going to do here. We are going for generalization. So we have changed the hypothesis from H0 to H1. So far, we have considered only the first example. Now we are going to proceed with the second example. So when I start the second example, my hypothesis is H1. I am considering the second example. Here I have written the hypothesis H1. Now let us consider the second example. Sky is sunny. You see whether sunny is present in the first parameter of the hypothesis H1. Yes, it is there. That means you can still classify sunny with the help of this hypothesis H1. What about the second parameter? Air temperature is warm. Can the hypothesis H1 identify that? Yes, because here warm is there. And what about the third parameter, humidity? It is high. If you consider the hypothesis H1, in the third parameter, it is normal. That means, first I said that if the humidity is normal, I enjoy the sport. Now I am telling that if the humidity is high, then also I am enjoying the sport. That means, whether the humidity is normal or high, you are enjoying the sport. So you are going for generalization. So now what you have to do is, instead of normal, you change it to question mark. Why I am putting question mark here is, if the value for humidity is anything, I'm not worrying about that. I am enjoying the sport. So you put the question mark. Then you consider the fourth parameter. When we started the hypothesis, fourth parameter is strong. The second record also, fourth parameter is strong. So keep it as such. Then in the fifth parameter, in the hypothesis, I have warm. Here also, the second record is having warm. So I am enjoying the warm climate, retain as such. In the sixth parameter, it is same. In the hypothesis also I have same, so keep it as such. I have seen now 2 example. Consider the next example, example 3. After the second example, this is my hypothesis. When I consider the example 3, it is rainy, cold, high, strong, warm, and change. Now I am going to consider this. But before that, you check the enjoy sport column. Enjoy sport column is having the value as no for this particular hypothesis. That means this particular instance is not a positive instance. It is a negative instance. When we consider the definition of the finder's algorithm, it is going to consider only the positive instances. Therefore, you can simply neglect this particular record because it is not going to contribute anything for the development of the hypothesis. Just neglect this record and keep the hypothesis as such. So if you consider, I am not changing anything in this. I am writing the new hypothesis H3, but the parameters are same. Why I am retaining the parameter is the third record is not a positive record. It is having the last column as no. So it is a negative example. So I am going to retain the hypothesis as such. Now, let me consider the next example, fourth example. So in the fourth example, after I finish the third example, this is my hypothesis. So in the fourth example, first let me consider the last column. It is yes. That means it is a positive outcome. So I'll be considering this for refining the hypothesis. When you see this, the first parameter is sunny. Now you check what is there in the hypothesis. It is sunny. So keep it as such. And the second parameter is warm. In the hypothesis H3 also it is warm. So keep it as such. The third parameter is high. Okay, if you consider the hypothesis, I have question mark. So what is the meaning of question mark? Any value is accepted for that particular attribute. So you keep the question mark as such, because if I say that I'm not going to bother about the humidity, whether it is high or normal, it is fine. So you keep it as such. And for the fourth parameter, I have strong. Okay, and in my fourth record, the fourth parameter is strong. So keep it as such. And if you consider the fifth parameter in the hypothesis, you have warm. The meaning is, so far, whatever record you have taken, those are satisfying the condition that only when the water is warm, you enjoy the sport. But now you are telling that in the fourth record, you are telling that I enjoy the sport even if the water is cool. So it means previously you told I enjoy the sport only for warm water. Now you are saying that even if the water is cool, I am enjoying the sport. So you have to now give question mark for this because it can accept either warm or cool. So change it to question mark. And see the last feature. In the hypothesis, it is having the value as same. But now in the fourth record, you are telling that it can have the value as change. So it is having different values now. So you can change it to question mark. So whenever you are encountering a value for an attribute which is not present in the hypothesis, you can make it as general. Now we have finished for all the records. We don't have any other record to proceed. This is our final hypothesis. So when you see the last hypothesis, it is going to say that you will enjoy the sport when the sky is sunny and air temperature is warm and wind is strong. I am giving you sky as rainy. That is the first parameter is rainy. All the remaining parameter, you give any value. Don't worry about the value. For example, second parameter is warm. Third is high. Fourth one is strong. Fifth one is warm. Sixth one is same. What will be the output? Yes or no? I'm getting answers now. Not enjoying the sport. Yes, correct. Answer will be no. What is the reason is, when you want to say answer as yes, sky should be sunny, air temperature should be warm, then wind should be strong. Other parameter can be anything, but these three parameters should have only these values. So whichever is having that particular condition, there only you will have yes. So what we have done in this particular example, we have been given with the data set, which contains many instances with so many attributes and the target class. Our aim is we have learned the final hypothesis, H4. This hypothesis is called as the general hypothesis, which is going to best fit your training set. And once you find this hypothesis, if I give you a new instance, you will be able to tell whether a person will enjoy the sport or not. This is a use of the finder's algorithm. So far in the example, we have considered 4 instances were there. They are x1, x2, x3, x4. Whatever is given in the table, it is returned. And plus stands for it is a positive example. Minus stands for it is a negative example. And when we started with hypothesis H0. It is more specific hypothesis. For all the 6 parameters, we have null. And we have learned totally 4 hypotheses from that: H1, H2, H3, and H4. And out of those, I told that 2 hypotheses are same. H2 and H3 are same. For H2, you have considered the example X2. And for H3, you have considered the example X3. X3 is a negative example. So a negative example is not going to change the hypothesis. Okay. So now, if you consider the diagram, when you draw the diagram, more specific hypothesis will be in the top and more general hypothesis will be in the bottom. So when we started, we have H0. It is more specific. So it is here. After that, we have H1. It is different than H0. So we will write it as a new entry. It is towards general. And if you consider, then we have H2 and H3. They are more general now. So it should be written towards general part. That is towards this part you have to write. And why I am writing H2, 3 is both are same hypothesis. I have not changed anything. So we will write H2, 3. Then we have H4. That is again more general hypothesis. So it should be written after in the next level only. So I'm writing H4 here. So if you consider this, more specific hypothesis will be on the top and more general hypothesis will be on the bottom.